Let's get this shit over with. Let's talk about Foodfight.
The movie was supposed to be a Wreck-It Ralph sort of film based around grocery items. But, well, let's just say that in the early 2000s, when the film was going to be released, it was stolen. Yep, someone actually gave enough of a shit to want to steal this. God bless their souls that they at least gave us a chance to prepare ourselves. The film actually cost $45 million. Yes, $45 million for this. When the film was released in 2012, the whole movie was ripped to shreds. And by ripped to shreds, I mean ripped to shreds. It's one of the first movies to ever get a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. The film is supposedly so bad that you will rather torture cats before driving a car on top of Ronald McDonald after forcing someone to drink gasoline, before shoving a grenade down their throats, and before banging your head against a brick wall filled with spikes after having a psychological breakdown. Then watch this movie. So let's talk about the supposedly worst animated movie ever made.
So let's watch the worst fucking animated movie ever made in fucking history. This is Foodfight.
Good night, Mr. Leonard. Don't work too late now.
Just closing up. Nothing much happens around here after dark.
Did I mention that this movie costs $45 million? I mean, for God's sake, look at this! How can such a huge amount of money go into animation that looks like it came out of the CGI from the Spawn movie? The animation isn't even that fluid looking. Every single movement that the characters make feels forced, like they were action figures that had all their limbs superglued, melted, and then re-glued. Was the money in this production given to Big Red Button? Those guys are perfect for making your worst nightmares come true.
Fighting for my life with the fate of the world in the balance. You know, the usual.
So it turns out that the store the story takes place in is called Marketopolis Market, comes to life when the store closes. How?
I don't know! The movie never bothers to explain why. The movie never gives a fuck to explain how this whole thing works. Oh man. Just wait till later in the movie where this gets even weirder.
So after a montage of the nightmares you will see in your sleep, we meet the main character of the film, Dex Detective, and yes, people, I am aware that Charlie Sheen's character dresses up like Indiana Jones. I honestly have to ask, why? No, seriously, why is this guy dressed up like Indiana Jones? There's no reason whatsoever for this idiot to do that. But I guess making an original decision for this movie and this character will require effort, something that you will quickly notice that this movie lacks. So Dex is dealing with a villain that we all know will never connect to the plot whatsoever and only serves to introduce the main hero.
It is you, the great Dex Detective, who's about to take a fall.
Something you will quickly notice is that because every single facial expression looks more horrific to look at than a wrong ending corpse party, this leads to every single expression looking either ridiculously stupid or traumatizing to a child's eye.
My mother would be so ashamed.
Holy fuck, I thought the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics were scary.
Okay, it's just you and me, fat cat. Now fork over the little guys and no one gets hurt.
Wait a sec, replay that line.
Okay, it's just you and me, fat cat. Now fork over the little guys and no one gets hurt.
You gotta be shitting me.
Is this movie so high on itself, so idiotic, and so retarded that I can't tell the difference between a rat and a cat? I mean, for God's sake, look at that thing! You have to be blind to not know that abomination that you will see in your nightmares is a rat. Hell, even then, it takes a whole lot of stupidity to not know that it's a rat.
Honestly, I have to ask if the money the $45 million that went actually was supposedly in the making of this movie, or it's just so the writers and the director could get high. Probably the latter. Most likely.
Oh, and by the way, yes, folks, that is the Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs Charlie Sheen playing Dex. Just putting that out there. So Dex decides to act like a total fucking moron by doing this.
just want to be loved. Is that so wrong?
Oh look, it's one of the levels from Sonic 06.
So after Dex saves some characters that don't give two shits about, we meet...
The way you saved Dex from that melon ball? The way you saved Dex from that melon ball?
Holy Mother of Mary!
That spawn of Satan is known as Sunshine Goodness, who is the girlfriend of Dex. We also meet Dex's best friend, who's...
Man, you know Sunshine? Sweetest Ike in the Marketropolis? She probably ran into a friend, needed a help.
Hang in there, Squidward. It's all part of the job.
So Dex tells Dan that the former plans on proposing to Sunshine and...
Ice cream. I'll be right back, okay?
Don't worry, it ain't like it's the last time you're ever gonna see Sunshine again.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna lead to this dumbass getting kidnapped. Oh yeah, something I should mention is that because the expressions in this movie range from horrifying to look at to looking like a Barbie doll, the animators tried to make the characters move wildly like, well, escaped mental patients. Except even mental patients don't act like this. It either looks like they're escaped mental patients from Arkham Asylum, or that they're trying to get the attention of the Kinect. Sure enough, Sunshine disappears and Dex... We cut to a year later where we see... What?
Store to test the new Brand X detergent with Alexa.
Okay, I don't know how this movie managed to become more awkward than an Adam Sandler comedy with quotations, but what the hell is going on here?
Survival of the fittest.
Is this reject of Astro Boy or Mega Man supposed to be the main villain considering on how he looks? Okay, I'm gonna take a pick here. Which theory do you prefer to believe? This guy's an escaped mental patient from Arkham Asylum who allied himself with Joker's gang, or he's an evil clone of Mega Man, or he's just one of Dr. Wily's escaped robots. Take your pick, folks. I don't care which. Either one is stupid enough to believe anyways.
Survival of the fittest.
You know, if you haven't considered killing yourself right now, there might actually be something wrong with you. No, really. I don't know how this movie could be so bad as to pull that off. That survival of the fittest line has got to be even cringier than any social justice warrior's attempts at comedy. And that is saying a lot! So we cut to Dex from a year later, who now owns a club called the Cocoa Banana. And, well, he goes there, but then, meanwhile, we cut to his best friend, Dan. We cut to his best friend, Dan, who...
Oh, mamacita! Yo, sweet cakes! Oh, nice packaging! How about some chocolate frosting?
Hang in there, Squidward. It's all part of the job.
Oh, yeah. Here's something else I should mention. There's a bunch of sexual innuendos. Even more than the Cat in the Hat.
Humana, 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 humana. Who is this? Oh.
I mean, really, what's the point of all these innuendos? Really, this is a kid's movie, right? And even then...
Crying over spilt milk.
How do you think the adults are gonna react in this whole thing? Do you really think they're gonna be laughing at these jokes? Not only that, but the innuendos are so strange and, well, awkward that you have to question if the writer for this film was actually Christian Grey.
There are some stains you can never wash out.
Let's try. I want to scrub your bubbles, Dex.
So we cut to the Cocoa Banana, where we see a bunch of product placement characters, you know, just in there because, you know, because this movie hasn't hoarded itself out enough already, just by the first 10 minutes. And we meet Lady X, who looks like Barbie's evil twin sister, and has a personality as interesting as Barbie to match. You know what? Scratch that. It's an insult. Barbie has more of a personality than her. Oh, and by the way, you probably noticed that guy there is actually just Captain Crunch. But here's the thing. I'll explain to you why right now. See, the thing is, the owners of certain copyrighted characters who are sane enough to not allow their characters to appear in this movie have replacements that are basically either stupid, ugly, not very helpful, or just plain horrifying. And yes, I do know I just said that a few seconds ago. And I don't care. Because I'll say it again. They look horrifying!
Sugars and salts were gonna finish what they started. The aisles aren't safe tonight for a helpless lady. Like me. Like me.
Like me.
So we cut to Dex going to his office when we...
Crying over spilt milk.
Okay, you have to take acid, get drunk, and take a bunch of drugs in order to feel better from watching this movie. After that, what dignity do you have left? And first off, plaid skirt and plaid gloves? What kind of idiot wears those kinds of clothes? No, seriously, what kind of idiot wears those kinds of clothes? That looks ridiculous. Either A, her hands are backwards, or B, you know what, scratch it. There's not really much else to say. Nostalgia Critic beat me to that joke. So Dex gets a call and he realizes that one of the character icons was actually killed. Oh yeah, and who else would it be but the character is a parody of a certain character that was not allowed to be in this movie.
Right! What? Me? I can't! Oh, you have to help me, Dex, before I go bald! Not that bald isn't beautiful!
I don't get involved.
Wow, unfucking believable. Batman and Robin is rolling its eyes at you. Hell, the racist MTV video is rolling its eyes at you. The racist MTV video!
Also, Blue Lives Matter isn't a thing.
Cops weren't born with blue skin, right? I mean, yeah, they weren't born blue.
Heck, Mr. Clean wasn't even around in that scene and just shows up with that stupid joke. It's as much of a good setup as Grown-Ups has a good setup with jokes. Which, considering that's an Adam Sandler comedy, obviously sucks ass. So Dex decides to solve this mystery and suits up, and then he goes to investigate what's been going on.
Everybody seems to be searching for the flying skull.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. What does this remind you of? Does this remind you of anything? You know, the fact that he looks slimy, very phallic looking. So Dex heads to Lady X's apartment when...
Dex? Sorry I'm not dressed. I wasn't expecting company.
There are some stains you can never wash out.
I think this movie is one of those stains. Dex quickly discovers that his best friend Dan is being held captive by Brand X, a new product that's been put into the store and is actually trying to take over the entire, well, state of being of Marketopolis, whatever it's called, because I'm not going to repeat it because it's way too hard to say.
Socks! That's it! Socks always escape from the dryer. Follow that sock.
Ouch! Yeah, so Dex escapes from the whole washing machine with Dan. Oh god, I'm kind of... Like, how long are we into this movie? Oh my god. We're 36 minutes into this movie! You gotta be shitting me! So Dex meets one of the product scientists so then he can help him figure out what Brand X actually is.
Oh, no. This I can tell you. The Brand X elixir is toxic to humans and what toxic? Oh, and highly addictive. Whoa, but it's in the expiration station and at the other end of the store. Now you'd never make it there before the supermarket opens.
He finds out that Brand X is some toxic and addictive product that can actually poison humans. So they try to go to the other side of the store so then that way they can get a recall. So, yeah, this is also one of the strangest questions. How are these characters even in the real world? I mean, really, there's no explanation for this. And, oh god. Oh my god. Just those human characters walking is enough to make me want to vomit! But at least you won't have to see.
No, Larry, I am not buying that for you!
Oh my god! What the fuck is going on here? This fucking animation is just horrifying! I'd rather watch the worst. I'd rather watch fucking Jack and Jill over and over! What the fuck is happening here? Fuck! 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 Fuck!
Okay, I'm officially convinced. This is Dante's 11th ring, no, 20th ring of hell. He's runs right into his poem. No way, no freaking way. This is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. And this is a world where I've seen Corpse Party. Corpse Party! Okay? They got the wrong answer right now. I'm pretty sure I reached a new level of horror when I'm more horrified at these monstrosities than freaking Corpse Party. I feel like I'm about to have a mental breakdown! So I get to the other side of the store and use a computer and find out that Sunshine and this brand called Ugly Prune were recalled, but then the computer gets shut off by Brand X, and Dex gets a feeling that Sunshine might still be alive.
Brand X ordered both the recalls.
Dex, I just don't get it.
Brand X took
Boone.
Shine away.
Brand X is trying to take over the entire state of being of Marketopolis, and what follows when Dex arrives is one of the strangest out of nowhere scenes that never gets, basically a big lipped alligator moment. No, seriously, watch. Yep, they just start singing the French anthem for no reason whatsoever. It's never brought up again, there's no reason for it, and I honestly don't know why it was even in the film to begin with. But then again, this was probably made to, make it toward, but considering how bad everyone's acting is, it's pretty much made to be torture worse than waterboarding. So Brand X walks away for no reason instead of just attacking all the icons right there, and then they return and, just watch. Yep, this animation somehow managed to be worse than the Little Panda Fighter. Or any Disney ripoff for that matter. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. This movie is worse than any Disney ripoff whatsoever. Yep, I just said that. I literally just said that. For starters, let's look at the first one. If that one didn't give you a seizure, I don't know what will. Oh yeah, and should I mention that this whole fight scene continues for 30 minutes? 30 minutes? As in, all this horrifying animation and padding goes on for 30 minutes. Yeah, I thought Transformers 4 Age of Extinction was trying to drag its running time out. Oh yeah, I should also mention something else here. This entire fight scene goes on for 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes of your wasted time. Wow. So Lady X begins to make her attack on the other icons, and...
Run while you can, Dex Dog-tective. For soon I'll have you sitting up and begging for mercy. Exobites, fly!
Hang in there, Squidward. It's all part of the job.
So Dex makes his way into the Brand X building and goes to rescue Sunshine when...
I never stopped believing in you, Dex.
Oh God. This is the perfect time to mention just how pathetic this animation is. Because, for starters, not only is her face horrifying to look at, but she isn't even staring directly at Dex. Did Did Brand X give her a drug that causes her to hallucinate Dex from a different direction? Or did she go blind? Oh, and if she's blind, God bless her. God bless her soul. Because at the very least, she doesn't have to see what horrifying characters she's in front of. So the climax finally begins, and God, who gives a shit if I do this review anyway? There's no reason for me to continue onward. I might as well just quit right now. There's no reason for me to continue onward. I know this piece of shit is gonna suck. So, escaped Arkham patient arrives in Marketopolis' world, and he attacks everyone, and guess what? You're gonna find out that this twist is even bigger than any twist you could ever hope to imagine. Even bigger than any Shyamalan twist that you've ever seen in your life. Even bigger than Secret of Nim 2's twist. Even bigger than any twist that you've seen in your life. The villain of the movie is exactly who you thought the villain of the movie was going to be. Wow. You couldn't even have a clever twist in that? You're that lazy? Then again, you're a food fight. Why should I expect anything more from you?
I will!
So yes, people, these two morons actually have a fist fight. And yep, this is the antithesis to the awesomeness of Devil May Cry's fight scenes. Because at times, I actually have to question if Sunshine's punches are even landing on Lady X. Ow, I guess. And at some point, Sunshine Goodness literally punches Lady X so hard that she turns ugly. Yep, I don't know how that works, but this is Food Fight. Logic does not exist. And yes, folks, the moral of the story is, if you're ugly, you'll never win. You'll never have a boyfriend. You'll never be able to do anything worth your life. Ugly people are evil and suck.
It doesn't have to end like this. All I ever really wanted was you. Well, you and world domination.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a spam.
It's cringe level! It's over 8, nope, 9! Vegeta, what does the scholar say about the movie's cringe level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? Come on, that thing must be broken!
So now that I've reviewed this fucking piece of trash, I'm gonna finish this off. I know just how to do it. It's finally over, right? I'm the Killer Critic, Bad Moose Career, because the Killer Critic, what the fuck my catchphrase is supposed to be. I'll see you next time, where I'm going to review all of the other reindeer. Booyah!